Hi, I'm Rudy Mattia. Welcome to the HuffPost Thrive series. You caught us kind of sitting on the job today because I want you guys to sit down as well. But instead of sitting in a chair, I want you to sit on the floor or sit in what we call Sukhasana, which is an easy cross-legged position. I'm sitting on the bolster to keep me a little bit elevated. If you sit on the floor and your knees are way up like this, it's really hard. And if your knees are higher than your hip crest, then you're probably a little bit tight to the hips. And tightness, by the way, isn't your enemy. Tightness is kind of good. Tightness gives you boundary. It gives you strength. It gives you power. It gives you explosiveness if you're an athlete. So being tight is nothing to eradicate, just to be balanced with a little bit of flexibility. So I'm going to sit up on a booster, get my knees lower than my hips. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall and comfortable. And breathe. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to first just get a nice sitting position. And, they say sitting is killing us, but not if you sit correctly. So we're going to sit with our belly drawn in, our low back consolidated to our belly and vice versa. And sitting up tall without propping, but sitting up nice and tall and erect. Hands on the knees to support the body weight, and chest lifts very easily and freely, wide across the collarbones. As you do that, let's multitask. This is 5 minutes of your daily dose of yoga, so we're going to do a little shoulder stretch. We're going to interlace the fingers. And when you interlace the fingers, which finger's on top? Because next time around, I want you to switch the interlace by one finger. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, and stretch to the front wall, right? And then pull the upper arm bones back into the shoulders, and then just take the arms overhead. Slow. For me, I got kind of wide, tight shoulders from a lot of exercising and sports in my past. So I'm going more into a diagonal because it feels good there. I could take the arms more overhead, but I start to feel a stress in the shoulders that I'm not very comfortable with. So instead of a stress, I want to find a stretch. So I'm going to go more diagonal. Jennifer's got open shoulders, of course. She can take it all the way back. And then breathe. As you do that, you want to press the hands upward, but pull the shoulders down and feel like you're firming and engaging the belly. And from there, just take 3 very deep breaths. 1 and 2. And sometimes I like to count just to give myself, a little bit of a goal. Take 1 more inhale, full stretch. Then from there, slowly, Jennifer, and you at home, open your arms out to the side, turn your palms towards the open position. So the thumbs are up, shoulders are externally rotated. And from that rotation, turn to the right, trying to keep my hip back, but I'm going to turn as far to the right as I can turn, which isn't very far, as you can see, but I don't have a problem with that, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Bring the right hand to the floor behind you, fingertips on the floor. Bring the left hand to the outer right knee or to the top of the knee. Look forward at first and start to turn from your belly button. And keep turning as you look towards the right. And when you feel like I can't twist anymore through the leverage of my left arm, and through the right arm giving me length, then turn the head and look over the back shoulder, the right shoulder in this case, and take a couple breaths. Now she's going to stay in a twist. When you guys twist to the right and you feel like that's as far as I can twist, that's something very, very cool. I call that anti-rotational core strength. In other words, it's your strength that allows your spine to be in a nice solid place within your torso without being too, like a rock in a tin can, too loose. So that resistant is a good thing. Now slowly come back around from your twist. Come back around, Jenny, and face the front. And this time, I'm going to come off my block because I don't want to go too far forward and be too elevated at the same time. So I'm going to put my hands back on my shins. I'm going to pull my chest way out forward. And I'm going to go forward without any concern about going down. So this pose is not about going down. It's about extending. I'm going to put my elbows, especially for us dudes, I'm going to put my elbows against my knees and push myself forward. Jenny can actually walk her hands way out there probably. I'm only going to go as far forward as I can go without dropping. As soon as I feel like I'm going to have to drop, I may come back a little bit, and instead keep the extension. So I'm going to keep my head lifted a bit. There's nothing wrong eventually with maybe dropping and rounding into it, but at first I want to go extended first. Okay, walk your hands up. Let's cross the legs the other way. And I'm going to get back on my perch if you don't mind. I'm going to perch again. Right shin in front of left shin. Interlace the fingers again. 1 finger over. Take the stretch of the shoulders. Up. This is particularly a good stretch if you're typing all the time, if you're on your cell phone all the time, if you're always just kind of slouched over. It's a good stretch to build those rhomboid muscles between the shoulder blades to pull the shoulders back. Take another breath. Firm belly. And then open your arms outside. Turn to the left. The hand that comes behind you, it actually turns away from you so you can roll your left shoulder back. Right hand, left knee. Start to turn from the belly. Very little twist there. Turn from the upper back, a little more twist. And then the easiest part of the twist is turning the head over the left shoulder. But since that is the easiest part, slow that down. Ground the right hip, widen the collarbones, and lift the crown of the head again. Perfect. Now from the twist, bring your head back to center. Look forward. Release the twist. I'm coming back off the block again, or off the bolster again. Pull the heart forward, lengthen forward, fold. And she's going to fold all the way down. She's going to really compress and just kind of roll into a little roly-poly. And we're going to call it a day from there. So I hope you enjoyed sitting. Get into a little bit of a hip opener by crossing the legs, a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a forward fold, a little bit of a shoulder stretch. A little bit goes a long way in your daily dose of yoga. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back on Udaya.